All right, ladies and gentlemen, it says we are live, and I'm so excited to be here with you this evening. Man, where are you going to move to that's cheap, right? I mean, if the Fed keeps increasing rates, is it the cost of everything going to go up? Or wait, is that supposed to make the cost of everything go down? What's really happening? What's really happening? There's a great book by Ron Paul about the Fed and how useful they are. Maybe we ought to read that, right? Maybe we ought to get a second opinion, huh? All right, well, if you're watching this video today, the Fed just raised rates again, and maybe you're thinking about where's a cheaper place I can live? Where can I sell my amazing home in that LA area, in that New York area, in that San Francisco area, in that Portland, Oregon area, in that Miami area? Well, there's not much difference between Stillwater, Oklahoma, and Miami. There's maybe like a 50% difference in that area, but that Phoenix, Arizona area, maybe you're wondering, where can I live for a lot less money? Well, we're going to talk about Stillwater, Oklahoma, and the 4 cities closest to Stillwater, Oklahoma. That way you're still near everything, and that's what this video is going to be all about. So if you're thinking about relocating to, move to, or move within Stillwater, Oklahoma, this video is going to give you a little more insight about the cities around Stillwater, Oklahoma, to help you make that amazing, awesome decision to come be an Okie. That's right. Come be an Okie. Come do it. You absolutely want to do it. And when you do, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. The group of agents that I work with at eXp Realty and I, we're absolutely here to earn your business, to help you with your move to Stillwater, Oklahoma. And if you already own a home in Stillwater and you want to move from the east side to the west side or from the north to the south, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We want to help you too with all your real estate needs. All right, let's get into it. So in order from closest city to furthest city in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and looking at those cities around it, we're going to get some more info on those cities. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, let's go ahead and get started. That way it will. Okay, let's look at Perkins, Oklahoma, folks. Perkins, Oklahoma. So Perkins, Oklahoma is the first city I want to look at. And overall, folks, it's got a B minus. A B minus on niche.com. It's got good public schools, good housing. It's good for everybody. The crime and safety is a C. The nightlife is a C plus. I don't know anything about nightlife, but I'm pretty sure the whole town of Perkins, Oklahoma closes down around 10 p.m. So I don't think that's a nightlife at all. I don't think so at all. Diversity, it's super close to Stillwater, super close to D1 school. Its diversity gets a B minus. So where is Perkins, Oklahoma, folks? It is only 16 minutes south of Stillwater, Oklahoma. It is straight up 177, or straight down 177 from Stillwater, Oklahoma. Amazing little town. It's got its own grocery store. It's got its own butcher. It's got a McDonald's. It's got a Cafe 33. It's got a Mexican restaurant. Perkins, Oklahoma has a ton of stuff available for you if you want not as crowded a city as Stillwater, Oklahoma. Okay, Josh, that sounds great. What about housing? I'm glad you asked. Looking at the public website, realtor.com, not advertising any of these homes, just giving you an idea of what it costs to live in Perkins, Oklahoma. Folks, you can buy everything from $2 million all the way down to, what is the lowest? All the way down to $203,000 right now. What? Nope, there's a lower one. $52,000. From $2 million all the way to $52,000, you can buy into Perkins, Oklahoma. Is that not some awesome numbers? Is that not some crazy numbers? Absolutely it is. Okay, what is city number 2? Folks, city number 2 that you want to look at is Glencoe. Glencoe, it's sort of like to the northeast of Stillwater, Oklahoma, sort of to the northeast of Stillwater, Oklahoma. And folks, we've only got one review on Glencoe on niche.com, but overall, that person has given it a B minus for public schools, B plus for housing. It's good for everybody. There's no info on the crime and safety on Glencoe, and the nightlife is a C plus because, folks, there's probably nothing. There is no nightlife there in Glencoe. So if you're into the nightlife thing, you'll definitely want to check out Stillwater, Oklahoma. All the bars, restaurants, places around the Oklahoma State University. There's going to be nightlife there because there's those young people who can go on no sleep whatsoever there. And then Glencoe, Oklahoma also gets a B on diversity. It has a population of only 495 people. So if you want to live somewhere where there's not that many people, Glencoe, Oklahoma is definitely someplace you want to look at. And absolutely give us a call, shoot, text, send us an email so we can help you with all your real estate needs in the Glencoe, Oklahoma area. And then Glencoe, from Glencoe to Stillwater, it's only a 20-minute drive. It's only a 20-minute drive straight down 108 over 51 to Stillwater, straight down 108 and west to Stillwater, and then of course you could take the turnpike too if you wanted. So that actually might be a little quicker than 20 minutes. And then Glencoe, Oklahoma. If you're wanting to live in Glencoe, Oklahoma, folks, you could buy houses all the way from $460,000 all the way to $220,000. $460,000, $220,000. Lots of different varieties there in Glencoe, Oklahoma. Not really. There's only three. There's only three houses available at this time in Glencoe, Oklahoma. So any questions on Glencoe, put them down in the remarks below. I'll get them answered for you. Now, I want to look at Morrison, Oklahoma with you. That is the next town. It is more to the north than to the northeast of Stillwater, Oklahoma. And overall, Morrison, Oklahoma gets an A-. It has A- for public schools, A for housing, A for everybody. No crime and safety stats. Nightlife is a B-, and diversity is a B+. Folks, there might be a cool bar in Glencoe or in Morrison, but I don't think there's a real nightlife. I could be wrong. Absolutely could be wrong, but I just don't think there is. I think if you're into that nightlife thing, I know nothing about it. My wife and I, we've got 3 little toddlers, but the population of Glencoe, Oklahoma is only 693. I think you're looking for that nightlife. You're going to Stillwater, Oklahoma. So let me show you where Morrison is right here. Like I said, it's just to the north to Stillwater, straight down the highway 64 and down 177, down 64, down 177. And it's only 24 minutes away from Stillwater, Oklahoma. And folks, when you're moving to Stillwater, Oklahoma, you may not want to live right in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And that's why I'm putting together these other cities for you to look at, because they're not that far away. And folks, there's no traffic. The only traffic you'll have when in the rural counties like Payne County going to Stillwater, Oklahoma, is if there's a big combine on the highway or something that's blocking you. You got to drive around it very cautiously. You're not going to have a lot of traffic. These are straight 24-mile drive to Stillwater, Oklahoma. And Morrison, Oklahoma, they have houses ranging from $89,000 to $220,000. And Morrison, Oklahoma and Glencoe, Oklahoma sort of blend together. They're in the northeast, so that's why this same house is listed underneath Morrison too. So that gives you an idea about how inexpensive housing is in Morrison, Oklahoma. But folks, don't let that get you wrong. There's still some really, really nice houses in Morrison, Oklahoma. I'm sure there's some $1 million houses in Morrison, Oklahoma. They're just not available at the time of this video. And this is just to show you what's available so you can get an idea on housing. It's not advertising other people's listings. Okay, look at that. The last city that you might want to check into when you're moving to Stillwater, Oklahoma, which this city has its own super Walmart. This city has its own lumberyard. This city has everything you need in it. You probably wouldn't actually go to Stillwater except for maybe a Lowe's or something along that line. But that is Cushing, Oklahoma. And Cushing, Oklahoma is definitely something to look into if you want to be near Stillwater, Oklahoma, but not live in Stillwater, Oklahoma. It is number 35 best place to buy a house in Oklahoma, folks. Did you know that? Thumbs up if that's new information to you. Thumbs up if that's new information to you. Before I get into the stats on Cushing, Oklahoma, I want to point something out to you real quick. It is 30 minutes away from Stillwater, Oklahoma. So if you're wanting to have a shorter commute, you'll definitely want to check out those other 3 cities with the team of agents that I work with at eXp Realty. Now, you can reach us at that number right there, 405-654-6410, 405-645-6410. That is the number you can reach us at so we can help you with all your real estate needs. But when you're looking at Cushing, Oklahoma, it is the furthest of the 4 cities we're going over today to look into. But look at this, folks. It gets a B for schooling, B for housing, B for everybody, B for crime, B for nightlife. It probably does have some bars that are open late there in Cushing, Oklahoma. It actually probably does. And then an A- for diversity. The cool thing about Cushing, Oklahoma, too, is there's actually people there. Now, it's not near as big as Stillwater, Oklahoma, don't get me wrong, but it does have 7,759 people in it. So it definitely won't be as quiet a small town as the Morrison and as the Glencoe and even as the Perkins. It definitely won't be. And then looking at real estate in Cushing, Oklahoma, you can buy something there as high as $2.5 million all the way down to $50,000. And of course, folks, when you're looking at a $50,000 house, $70,000 house, even a $100,000 house in Oklahoma, those are some that need some fixing up. Now, they might be move-in ready. They might be FHA loanable. Nope. I'm going to say they're not even FHA loanable. They'll have to be a conventional loan when you're looking at those lower, less expensive houses. But folks, with the Fed continuing to increase rates, trying to fight the cost of everything continuing to go up because our government won't stop spending money, these are some more inexpensive options for housing that are near Stillwater, Oklahoma. So I hope you found value in this video. If you did, absolutely give it a thumbs up. That way other people who are moving to Stillwater, Oklahoma, whether that's for college, whether that's for getting a job, etc., Folks, give it a thumbs up, share it with other people. That way they know it's a good video. And thank you so much for watching today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you want. I'm always trying to put out at least 2 videos a week on Stillwater, Oklahoma, keeping you up to date on Stillwater, Oklahoma, so you can make that decision on if you're going to move here or not. And if you're ready to make that decision, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Email's in the description below. Phone numbers right there. The team of agents that I work with, EXP Realty, and I, we're absolutely here to earn your business and help you with all your real estate needs in the Stillwater, Oklahoma Metro Area. Now I'm going to try to stare at the camera, and I couldn't do it. And I'm going to go ahead and click the end broadcast. And thank you so much for viewing.